Okay, so if we look over here, we can see that the 6 tells us the number of groups. That's what our third bullet says. And the 4 tells us how many are in each group. So if I want to show 6 times 4 using a model, how many groups should I make? 6 groups. That's pretty easy, right? How many will go in each group? 4. You can do 4 hatch marks, 4 dots. You can write the number 4. It's the same. Now, what is an array? What's an array? Stella.
An array is so it is either 6 lines of 4 or 4 lines of 6.
Okay, right. We're going to make it equal rows and columns to model a multiplication problem. But how many rows should I have? 6. That X means groups of, rows of, sets of. Okay, so go ahead and make your 6 rows, and they need to be lined up. And then you need 4 in each row. Draw something that you can draw quickly. Okay, you need to keep everything lined up. Okay, now repeated addition. How do I write this as a repeated addition sentence? How do I write it as a repeated addition sentence? Jamison.
6 plus 6 plus 6.
No.
6 plus 1.
No.
4 plus 4 plus 4.
Okay, it follows your model. So instead of 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, it needs to be 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. It follows your model. So it's 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 4, and that equals what?
24. 24.
Okay.
2 4.
Okay, now let's look at your foldables.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the definition of multiplication. So why don't we just write that right here? This is the definition of multiplication, what it means. And then we open it up, and multiplication is repeated addition. This is all something that we have already talked about on the other page. The first factor tells how many groups. The second factor is the number in each group. Why don't we highlight the first factor, and that it's showing you 2 groups. And then over here, this factor is showing us 5 groups. I think it would be helpful, well, we do that down here, I guess. Yes. Okay, and then over here we have an array. Shh. Okay. An arrangement of similar objects arranged in rows and columns. That's an array. So 2 is the number of rows, and 5 is the number in each row. Unless you do 5 times 2, then it's 5 rows with 2 in each row. Okay, so let's draw an array for this one over here on this side. So here we need 2 rows, and then you need 5 in each row. And then over here on this side, we need 5 rows, and we need 2 in each row. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
It matters. Even though we understand the commutative property, we've talked about the commutative property of addition, the commutative property of multiplication is the same. And even though we know that they both have the same product, the model is different. And it does matter. Okay? You will be asked to show this on iLearn. Okay, now let's look at our factors. Factors are the numbers that are multiplied. Highlight the 2 and the 5. Those are your factors. Go ahead and write factor on the line there. Okay, and then what is the product? The answer, or 10. Yes, so highlight the 10, write the word product on the line. Okay, and then we have multiples. Okay, is the counting numbers. Okay, so if the multiples of 2 are like 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is
6.
2 times 3 is 2 times 4 is
8.
2 times 5 is
10.
2 times 6 is
12.
2 times 7 is
14.
Okay, so let's read the multiples. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, the multiples of 5. 5 times 1 is
5.
5 times 2 is
10.
5 times 3 is
15.
5 times 4 is
20.
5 times 5 is
25.
5 times 6 is
30.
Okay, let's read the multiples together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, how many multiples are there of 5? How many multiples of 5 are there?
6.
Gemma? Infinite. It goes on forever. 5 times a million. 5 million is a multiple of 5. 5 times a trillion. 5 trillion is a multiple of 5. There are an endless number of multiples of a number. Okay, equal groups. Separate into equal groups. So 2 tells you the number of groups. So here we have 2 groups of 5. And here we have 5 groups of 2. How many should be in each of these circles?
2.
Okay, are there questions about